Okay, Blackwall is probably my favourite companion in Dragon Age Inquisition, and he's probably the best tank in the game as well. So, with all that being said, this is my Blackwall build. We are level 25 with 28 points to spend, so follow this guide as best you can, but essentially, this build is just Blackwall will stand in the middle and just tank things. He's not the biggest damage dealer, but if you need survivability, Blackwall is your man. And to start this build, we are starting off over here with Warcry. You taunt all nearby enemies with a shouted challenge, gain an extra guard for each enemy affected. Now if you really wanted to, you could do Call to Arms or Battle Roar. I think Battle Roar is probably the best option to really aggro a lot of people. So I'm going to take these two immediately. After that, we're going to come over here and we want Challenge. Now, Challenge is okay, it kind of doesn't really work with Warcry. You kind of want to start a fight with Warcry and then do Challenge to draw the attention of an enemy you might have missed. So, we're going to couple that with Call Them Out. You can challenge as many enemies as you want with no cooldown. So do a Warcry, gain the maximum guard you can, and then you want to start aggroing people as best you can that way. Now once you've done that, we are going to pop over to the grappling chain, and again this is another nice way of just pulling enemies in so you can basically attack them ASAP. And then we're going to start our sword and shield stuff. So we're going to take Shield Wall, and we're going to take Payback Strike. We're not going to upgrade them yet, we're just going to stick with these two, just so we have them on the board, especially early game. After you've done that, we are going to come to Crippling Blows. You know how to take the fight to your foes, your critical hits leave enemy weakened. Sadly this isn't amazing, but we do need it for the progression. Coup de Grace, you're doing more damage against enemies that are stunned or knocked down. This can have a place, but again, not the most useful. What we really want is the Horn of Valor. Your Warhorn Blast rings across the battlefield, giving allies the strength to fight harder. Pair this with someone like the Iron Bull, and it's amazing. And to do this, we're going to take Fortifying Blast. Horn of Valor now grants guard to your allies each time they deal damage. Just a phenomenal setup. Now after this, we are going to come into here and we're going to take Untouchable Defense. They can't kill, they can't hit. You gain a bonus to your maximum guard. And we're going to take Trust the Steel. You now have to make the most of your equipment, gain a bonus to armor when you have active guard. These two work amazing in conjunction together. It's now at this point you are going to jump over to your Blackwall abilities and we're going to take Line in the Sand. You call upon the legacy of the greatest champion in history, defying enemies as you hold your position. This stops enemies from moving past you and enables you to block choke points. Honestly, this isn't that good. What is good is Bulwark. You stand all the stronger to finish the fight, gaining a bonus to your maximum guard, as well as Constitution +3, so his health pool is just going up and up. After that, we are going to take Adamant. You trained hard, and you'll know how to make the most of whatever armor you're wearing, 20% extra armor. Now once you've done that, we're going to jump over here to Resilience. You don't flinch, don't blink, and don't back down. Enemies that hit you with melee attacks are staggered by recoil. Unyielding, an attack that would bring you down instead leaves you with a small amount of health, and you're immune to all damage for a short period. A really great way of, if you are going to die, this will keep you alive. Very much similar to Dorian's Necromancy ability, where if he dies he gets a spirit revived within him that will fight for a little bit. This is a nice way of keeping Blackwall up. And then after that we're going to take the Walking Fortress. You may not be able to hold them off forever, but right now nothing can touch you. You are completely immune to damage for a short time. And we're going to pair this with the upgrade of Siegebreaker. Every attack that strikes you while Walking Fortress is active increases your guard. Again, he gets rewarded for getting damaged. It's amazing. Now, after that being said, we are going to come over here to Death. You taunt an enemy into a frenzy. Their damage output increases over time, but so does the amount of damage they take. The effect ends if you get out of range of the enemy. And this is an amazing ability to use on a sort of like mini boss or a really tough enemy. And we're going to upgrade that with On Guard. While To the Death is active, your guard improves as your target takes damage and you correct weaknesses of your own. Again, Blackwall gets rewarded for being hurt. Now, like I said, he isn't the biggest damage dealer, so we're not going to worry about that. What we are going to do is take Bear the Mauls the Wolves. Using techniques perfected by your Legion Cavaliers, you can't be flanked by enemies and you're less likely to be staggered when hit from the front. We're going to take Warrior's Resolve. You fight all the harder when you're hurting, gaining stamina when you lose health. It doesn't really come in too handy because we should have a load of guard, but it can work sometimes. We are going to take Turn the Bolt. Your expertise with shields protect you from range attacks from the front. Now after that we are going to jump back over to this skill tree, and there are a few things here we want to take. It will cost you. Any foe that attacks you in melee is going to bleed for it. So again, if you pair this with your other ability where they bounce off you, they're going to get thrown backwards and take bleed damage. And we're going to pair it with Livid. The more foes nearby, the harder you fight and the tougher you get, with the upgrade of Still Standing. When you use Livid, you gain guard for each nearby enemy. So all in all, we have just turned Blackwall into an incredible tank. I don't know if there's a sort of armor or guard option here. Guard, it says 0 for some reason, but armor rating 379, 1300 health. Like, it's just incredible. If we look at the equipment we use for Blackwall, I personally am a big fan of using things that increases damage and its crit chance. It's not amazing, but because he will always be in the pocket, just being able to deal a little bit of extra damage just helps buff him up a little bit. If you wanted to, you could just do things that buff his constitution, fully go down that purely tank route. I'd fully respect that. What I do like though is on kill, the target explodes for 100% weapon damage. So if Blackwall can get a kill, because oftentimes he, like I said, he will always be front and center against enemies. If he can land that strike, they are going to explode for 100% weapon damage. Now for a shield, I will often put him with stuff that again boosts his defense, boosts his health, and boosts his front defense. Tanking him up, tanking his health pool, just amazing. Now for armor, very similar to the shield, we really focus on things that boost his health. 19 constitution, magic defense, maximum health, range defense, but 13 strength. And we couple this with a 10% chance to use Hidden Blades on a hit with 5 added hits. So not only can we do Hidden Blades when we hit an enemy, we also have the chance if we kill them, and Hidden Blades will make that more likely, that they will explode for 100% weapon damage, attacking everyone around them. And because we're going to be drawing enemies in with our taunts, we should be swarmed and surrounded. Not only does this make it more likely that if we do get the kill, that they will damage everyone, but it also frees up your rogues and your mages to deal huge AoE damage or huge spells that damage a whole bunch of enemies, or even a singular spell like an energy barrage, and keep spamming that to deal loads of damage. So that is my Blackwall build. He was my tank throughout the whole game and I breezed through it. If you enjoyed, please let me know, and let me know what you'd change about this build, what other items you'd use, what different skills you'd take. If you're new and you're not subscribed but you'd like to, that'd also be amazing, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.